Hi, this is Anthony, and I'm reading from my novel All the Heart Can Hold. I'm continuing with chapter 3, entitled Queens of Dreams and Mount Vesuvius. She had a real compassion for love for everyone, and it broke her heart that there was so much suffering. So she focused on what was important to her family, namely her upcoming marriage. Funny thing, was she able to see what was going to happen for other people, but for her, she wasn't able to. It was like a big blind spot, like a donkey in the road. At 16, Rosie was a very pretty girl. She had dark brown eyes and hair that match. Well, soft brown eyes and very soft hair to match. Her eyes had a kindness and joy that was mixed with a sadness and a knowing that was beyond her years. Little did she know that about 100 miles northwest of Naples, her nemesis, her exact and complete polar opposite, who was the exact same age as she was very close, intersecting right into the middle of her life and to everyone else's. Nun Gianna Esposito had shocking red hair and piercing pale blue eyes and had very light skin. Everyone said that Nun Gianna had witch's eye, or the evil eye. When Nun Gianna was born, the midwife who helped birth her said that she must have been from the Northmen. This was an old wives' tale that was based on reality, because the fact is, about 1,000 years before, Vikings had raided all throughout Europe. They took what they wanted, including sex with local women, so everybody's got a little bit of Viking in them. That was a side note. Vikings had raided all throughout Europe. They took what they wanted, including sex with local women. The reality had been transformed into the tales of the boogeyman. The kidnapping, fear. So maybe Nun Gianna was a throwback. She, like Rosie, saw things that had dreams, but unlike to Rosie, she loved telling people what was going to happen. In fact, to get her way, she was embellishing the bad things so she could manipulate and connive to get her way and get money from people for telling their fortunes. And she was also getting married in a month. Coincidentally, exact same day as Rosaria, was to marry Giuseppe Fiore. Giuseppe was a very ambitious boy. Some referred to him as a real rascal. Giuseppe thought Nun Gianna was the most beautiful creature he had ever seen, which was a good thing because her parents had real worries about marrying her off their odd-looking and very peculiar behaving daughter. Giuseppe had no problems taking something that did not belong to him if he needed it. He also had no problem punching someone who disagreed with him. He had a real hot temper. Nun Gianna liked that about him. What a pair, people muttered behind their backs. Their kids are going to be little monsters, everyone thought. The day of Rosario's wedding, it rained. Not just a little rain either, hard rain, like sheet out, blackout rain, and lots of it. It was a bad sign, and it made Rosie cry. One way to look at it is, it's good for the crops, the priest said during his homily. That's what that guy is like, Uncle Lorenzo said at the reception. Everything is happy, sunshine, and rainbows coming out of his arse to him. Everyone laughed. According to Father Fanucci, every dark cloud had its silver lining. Everyone who died was in heaven, except unbaptized babies. They went to a place called Limbo, which was not a bad place, just a nice place they went, a place God made special for babies. He had an explanation for everything. Uncle Lorenzo used the priest's sermons as great joke material, mimicking the old priest as he smiled, describing how poop was really roses in disguise. Even Father Fanucci laughed at Lorenzo's antics and impersonations of him. The next day, her mama proudly hung the bloody sheets out in the yard like a flag, proof that her daughter had been a virgin. Rosie felt like it was no big deal. Miguel had been gentle. with her, and now she was a woman. Hopefully a baby would come of the lovemaking. 100 miles to the northwest, Nun Gianna's wedding had escaped the freak rainstorm. Strong winds, very strong winds, had blown all of the storm south, and it was as Nun Gianna had intended it to be. A perfect day in June for her wedding. As soon as she saw the clouds gathering over the horizon the night before, she used all of her might to push them back. Further, 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 until she had a pounding headache from it. And that's the end of